long, painful week. I need my fuel.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh no. You okay there?
Raven and Danny are here!
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been here
invited
a bunch of times, so you guys know who I am, but...
Yeah, no, I haven't been in a while. Yeah.
Where have you been?
Your curfew...
You're supposed to lead us!
Your curfew was months ago!
Well, I mean, we did have a kid.
That's no excuse. Do you see all those heroes on TV and movies? They have family, they have children, and they still say,
Look at the Incredibles!
yeah! Shazam, he's literally a kid that turns into a superhero!
Cue the roll call. We are live!
Mike! Zenkaigan! Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Wielding equipment, the plot, and ire! Bluecaster, Ishida Zazil!
Loud and impulsive, Pinkcaster, Lane!
One little spark of courage! Greencaster! Global Self Perka!
Watching all the anime. Redcaster, Joe Raider.
Youthcaster not afraid to speak their mind. Cyancaster, Arcadia.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
You must die.
Also, one more thing, honestly. I fucking hate Funko because they released like all the Shazam pops and they pretty much spoiled the entire movie.
What they do.
Yeah, but that happens. Oh, the worst one was they spoiled the very ending of How to Train Your Dragon 3 by releasing... No, I'm not saying what it is, but by releasing pops with no spoiler warning of an ending thing.
Oh.
Like, the picture, just straight up. They later amended, they later went back and was like, oops, that was should have been a spoiler warning on it.
But yeah, like I went to EB today and like yesterday, and I just saw all the Shazam pops, and I'm like, oh well, that's a spoiler. Thank you.
What was this? I'm curious.
Well, I won't say on here because people want to get it, but yeah, I was just like, okay, fine. So
it's weird though because with the captain. Oh, sorry.
So not only do they make characters look ugly because that's what Funko's favorites for, but they also
Right?
spoil shit.
Yep. Those eyes.
Those are the eyes of nightmares.
I really like Funko Pops because they're not very expensive, and they also make figures of characters who sometimes get no other merchandise.
I mean, that's the one good thing they have, at least.
They made 2 different pops of King Turbo. So.
yeah, I managed to find the chase pop of Star-Lord from Guardians 2 with his mask on for like $20.
That's weird because I was amazed. For the first movie, the rare one was the one with his mask off, which is why I have the one with it on, even though I wanted the off. Sorry.
Anyways, welcome to episode 237 of Radio Sentai Castranger.
What Pokemon episode is this? Blaze Coon? He's Blaze Coon now. David, if you're listening, which I know you're not, but if you are, can you change Blaze's name to Blaze Coon?
He's not.
Damn it. Can you
What
change
episode
Blaze's name to Blaze Coon?
237. I can.
Okay, change Blaze's name. Yeah, Blaze, change your name to Blaze Coon. Thank you. See, Blaze is our biggest fan, so whatever we ask him, tell him to do, he'll do it.
It's 237! I said it 3 times! Blaze-a-coon!
Blaze-a-coon?
Yeah,
there you go.
Sorry for rambling before about useless stuff.
Hold on, I'm gonna...
Nothing to do with anything.
There, hopefully that fixed it.
Sorry.
Blaze-a-coon, can I have your new Beyond driver you just purchased? I don't have my own, and it would be very nice to have.
And I don't want to walk all the way to Ichi's room. Oh my god.
Hey, whoever's going to bed.
That's Dave.
Bye, David.
Okay, so this week we are talking about Kamen Rider Zio episode 27.
No! God, get that shit out of here!
Stop it, Dave.
No, I hate that fucking thing.
Anyways, we're talking about Zio episode 27.
Yay! Flame Trooper for the save!
That's actually perfect.
Woo!
Yeah, that's a perfect
Fucking, we'll never see that in a Star Wars movie again. Just stormtroopers with fucking flamethrowers. It's so cool.
Stormtroopers versus the Thing Len.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that was dumb.
You I guess you aren't ready for that yet, but your kids are gonna love it.
Alright, back to our scheduled program, please.
Yep, so this episode we're talking about Zio, episode 27.
And the first episode of Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger. Episode Hitman Top. Cool, because we keep going around in fucking circles!
Yeah.
They just gave me the thumbs up of cool.
Ryu's so cool.
Episode
Whoa.
But yeah, I love Hitman Top, he's cool. I just wish he
this episode
wasn't
so far?
garbage.
There's a little-
Wait. Raven, does Hitman Top suck in competitive?
Yes.
Thought
No,
so.
I'm kidding. He has his uses.
Okay, cool.
Not widespread, but he is used.
Ew, widespread.
Spreads farther the faster he
Why do you
spins.
think there's 3 legs?
Ooh. Why do you think?
Anyways, wow.
Three legs.
Let's talk about Zio!
I really hope Ryder.
Yay! Gates is dying!
Hooray!
Because it's
Trying not to
obviously
crack up during
Yes,
the intro.
because it's tradition in Rider that pretty much if you get a super fucking powerful busted form, it's gonna kill you on the inside. So yeah,
Just
his new
like
form, his new badass form is literally killing him.
Just like Gates' terrible character has been killing me on the inside!
Yeah. You know what? I do think he got better for the most part until, like, the last couple
I was gonna
episodes.
say, since you haven't been on here in a while, why don't we start with your thoughts on Zio up till now?
Well, as we literally just marathoned most of the
6 episodes last night.
6 episodes last night, 1 this morning, I haven't exactly been driven to keep up with the series so far, if that
Understandable.
tells you anything. It is a weird day when I'm keeping up with Sentai more than I'm keeping up with the Rider show.
I mean, that's what I expect of you these days.
Yeah, right? So, yeah, no, Zio's been... I honestly think the last handful of episodes have gotten better than it has been.
I would say we're on the upturn.
Yeah.
I
No, it's, yeah, the Ryuki episodes were neat.
Kinda.
Like, the Mirror World shit was cute. Backwards Zio.
I like what they did with
Mirror
another,
Zio.
I liked what they did with another Ryuga. That was fucking genius.
Yeah, that was neat.
That was
I
genius.
like that.
I was super
Or with
happy when
Mirror
you see Mirror Zio because it shows that like he's not just a goody who's trying to save the world with love and kindness. That he actually has a bad side to him. Like he's
That he had to accept and got
Darkness.
a reform out of it. You know,
Shadow Sogo.
some serious Persona vibes
Shogo.
in that episode right
Shadow
there.
Sogo.
Shogo.
Anyway,
You're not me!
that's not the episodes we're talking about right now.
yep.
I do. Yeah, no, Blaze is right. Gates has a form that's killing him, and it's called Revive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
wonder if when he actually dies, he'll just revive.
I was always saying I would love if just one of the effects of him using Geiz Revive that it like aged him.
Because, like,
cool.
up until Revive debuted, I was positive that, like, in order to obtain the power, he had to die.
That would have made sense, but no.
I mean, he technically did die, and then Soga went back in time to prevent it. So.
But it was completely unrelated.
I know.
Yeah. But, yeah, I do appreciate one thing so far in the last handful of episodes. Since he got the form, Sogo hasn't gone back to using regular Zio.
Well, yeah, because he knows he stands no chance.
No, I know, but it's just, for the first time in a long time, a rider doesn't just default to his base form out of fucking habit. He's literally just been walking in and Zio too.
Bill didn't do that for a while. Did that for a while too. He didn't go Rabbit Tank for like a long time.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
And then that's why we had Bill Dad show up because it was like,
Oh, hi, Rabbit
look,
Tank.
Rabbit Tank.
Rabbit Tank, but better.
And then no, fucking Build Hazard is Rabbit Tank but better.
No, Rabbit Tank Hazard is
Sorry.
Rabbit Tank, but evil.
Sorry. Build Hazard
Rabbit
is
Tank
Rabbit
evil.
Tank always better.
Batman.
But anyway, good to see a rider going with logic instead of just, oh hi, I'm going into my base form and oh god, it's not doing
Because
anything.
we don't have time for upscaling dramatic shenanigans.
Right? Apparently.
So the best thing about this episode is that it starts off with Zio and Gates fighting, and Woz just steps in mid-fight to do his recap bit.
Yep.
And then the asshole goes back to his old habit of spoiling important plot details from later in the same
was
episode.
it you who said, like, it was sort of like the freeze frame? You're probably wondering how we got into this situation.
Yeah, basically.
Yup,
That guy right there, that's me.
Yup, that's Wagamao.
Yes. That's perfect.
Speaking of Wagamaos, he said a whopping 7 times this episode, so we're up to 58 Wagamaos now.
And there were only one Wagakuseishu in this episode.
Can I
As
just
White
say...
was, Shaq sparrowed his way into that
yeah,
scene.
holy shit!
The swagger on this bitch!
He's just like...
He's got his fucking mask he's at full mast because Geiz Revive is finally a thing.
So he's just like, yes! Oh my god.
Yeah, Thunderbreaster, I had the same thought. White Waz has been fucking with them the entire time.
Of course! No, of course he has his own fucking agenda!
Yeah, which we explicitly confirm when he says, "Well, this is what you are Wagakuseishu to us." And my immediate thought is, are you telling me that Froz has ulterior motives? Kel fucking Supreme!
No. And it's like, what?
Take the gay agenda
What?
and
The guy that Gates has been going... Even Gates has been sitting there like, you got ulterior motives. I know you do. I don't fucking trust you.
Huh?
The entire time. And it's just like, yep, no, here it is.
And apparently what drove him to actually commit to using Geiz Revive was his mistaken interpretation of seeing Soup try and kill Sogo herself.
My hesitation resulted in her dying.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the, I can't hesitate anymore, I gotta do this.
I must avenge Chicken Noodle Soup.
Yeah.
I think wasn't it that you said the chicken white, like referring to
Chicken wife.
I mean, I thought
I said
thought
the
you said,
chick in white.
Yes, the chicken white, and I thought you said chicken wife. So
Yeah.
Chicken Noodle
I
Soup.
was wondering where that
She
came
married
from.
a chicken.
Yeah, so Woz yoinks Gates away from his fight with Zio and explains to him that because the Revive Watch is compressing and stretching time in order to give Goretsu his strength and Shippu his speed, it's chipping away at Gates' body.
Which is represented by the classic nosebleed with only 3 drops.
Oh good, good, there's blood.
Yes, we get 2 of those, and then we get he feels his head, and there's blood coming from his head. It's like,
the first bit was a nosebleed.
From where?
It's
His
ear.
ear.
Oh,
You see blood on his ear.
Oh, okay.
He reached up to the side and just...
Okay, because I thought it was just like
Yeah.
around here, like I'm thinking to like spontaneously
Nah.
sweat blood.
I'd love if he just starts losing his hair, and you just see Soup's just like, Gates! And he's just like, ah?
What's that?
No.
Seal's dead? Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Oh, so Woz fucking... We learned he can fight with, like, his book.
He pulls a Luxord from Kingdom Hearts and, like, throws his book up, which tries to capture Gates in his, like, book dimension or some shit.
We never knew he could do that.
That was new.
And then Gates just straight up saws his way out of the book.
And he bleeds books?
No, and then Gates,
Pages,
he
yeah.
chases Woz and he, like, attacks him, but doesn't finish him off. And when he attacks Woz bleeds paper.
I think he just, like, got hit with his book, so his pages fell out.
What if Woz is the book?
That's what I said earlier. The Woz is a book.
That would be
Yeah, what if it's just a manifestation? Like, it's a holographic projection
of the book. But his belt already does holograph. Oh, that could be like a foreshadowing.
Oh my god. If Gates is just Woz is just a book.
then-
Ichi, if they release his book as a fucking premium Bandai thing, you have to buy it because then you can see on Woz.
All I could think of is that weird meme thing where it was just
The
like...
Page
Page Master! I love that
That's what I was
movie.
about to say. I was gonna say if Woz has a master himself, then that person would be a page master.
But it's like that one meme where it's like when you're trying...
Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Wasbo.
Ryusoulger.
wrong show.
Ryusoulger.
Yeah, so they added Geiz Revive to the opening, which is a nice touch.
Yep.
They've been pretty quick about that in this show.
Which is upsetting that the Zio opening gets updated more consistently than Builds did.
Yep.
And then we cut to the hall, Kujigoji Hall, where Uncle is fixing a fucking washer that someone's dropped off, apparently.
He's fixing a divot.
He is.
No! Not again.
And the uncle has apparently already started looking for new roommates to replace Gates and Soup, because he knows that Sogo is lonely but won't admit it. And then we get a surprisingly nice scene where Uncle tells Sogo that he has never disciplined him because he didn't know how to relate to him after his parents died. And that actually explains a lot. It explains why he never got up Sogo's ass the entire show about not applying to schools. Because, like, I felt bad for you and I didn't know how to talk to you, so I just let you do whatever you wanted to do.
So I just thought was I was looking at someone did a little thing of reading Rainbow Up. So can we like call the episode like could we like put it like reading Wasbo and just like have the like the book image?
But we have to have wasn't it going to be the Ryusoulger thing because it's the first episode of that.
Well, we'll see what we come up with.
It could always be both.
Yeah, that's true.
Also in our chat, Ryder Custom has mixed up Gates' Revive forms, and that actually looks pretty awesome.
That is fucking cool. And see, I like that he just has like a power saw fist and then like a claw on the other hand. That's cool.
He's just holding the saw.
Oh, okay, well that looks better than the fucking stupid weapon he has.
Yeah, let me just go.
Readingsoulger. There we go. That's the title.
Readingsoulger.
Sure.
That is actually really good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So we find out that eventually, yes, Soup didn't go back in time to 2009 to kill Sogo, but because something.
Shocker.
He wanted to see what was going on that bus. We all assumed otherwise last episode when frigging another Zeo started talking about the event. And no, she was trying to save him.
Yeah, because
And
Schwartz showed up with his magical reflecting.
Yeah, with his magic hat.
Yeah.
What was interesting though,
beam reflecting.
Well, okay, before that, so another Zeo shows up to like Gates, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill Zeo first."
I killed Zeo, not you. Fuck off.
And Gates is just like,
that's cute.
Bitch, please. So they fight each other. Gates kicks his ass,
and I gotta say, Gates' henshins in this episode are all badass.
Yeah, no, I love it. Like because he doesn't do like the forward arm motion, then this, and then spins. He just takes his arm, like his hand, spins it, and then just goes like that when he transforms.
It's Gates with zero fucks to give, no time to waste. I'm gonna just beat your ass and move on.
No, that henshin, no fucks to give, was the one where he just flicked it. That's the most badass henshin he's had so far in the series.
No fucks to give, no grand motions, just transform and go.
Yeah.
So,
and he has changed somewhat because now he's just fixated on killing Sogo. So
for a reason that's not accurate.
Yeah,
which means
he doesn't know that.
He's gullible and just will go on not much evidence without confirming.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still playing the fool. We also get a sort of a B plot where Waz, after getting shit stomped by Geiz Revive, goes to the Time Jackers for help, and Wool decides to cooperate with him in a plan to steal Froz's Waz system.
Yep.
And wow. So, after getting stomped, Wool tells Hiryu that he's got to find a way to defeat Gates by telling him to steal Comrade Waz's powers, even though there's no evidence that Comrade Waz's powers could beat Geiz Revive. But Hiryu, just being the completely uninformed, gullible ass clown that he is, just decides to go along with it, and apparently uses a blank ride watch to steal Comrade Waz's powers, which is a thing that they could have done a long time ago, I guess.
Yeah, the fact that suddenly is a thing, I'm just like, wait, this is like that moment where the female Time Jacker just froze time and just moved Zeo and Gates' kicks into each other.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
You could have done that!
It's one of those, you guys have been capable of doing this. This entire time.
But you've been letting him kill all your other riders.
And you haven't. Like, the Time Jackers are stupidly fucking broken at sometimes, and they're just not doing any of it consistently.
No. Sometimes I think you just want to fail.
You know, with Schwartz doing his shit in the background, I wouldn't be surprised. Dude's up to something.
Was he better way?
seemingly completely unrelated to the whole stealing Waz's powers thing, Hiryu is also going around amassing an army of another riders by putting the ride watches into new people.
There was something I noticed when he went to the second guy who he attacked while he was pushing a cart. Mm-hmm. Is that I think the implication was supposed to be that he dropped the cart while he was having the watch shoved into his chest, but it's very clear that he pushes the cart away. So it's just like, oh, you're gonna possess me 1 second.
I'm kind of disappointed that guy wasn't the one who turned into Eggzade, because it would have made a great reference to episode 1 of Eggzade, where he was riding just the same kind of cart down the hill.
I remember that with the weird anime like expression change
right?
thing. Yeah.
No. Yeah, so Hiryu uses the blank ride watch to steal Comrade Waz's powers, and then White Waz, remembering that his fucking cheat-ass tablet book exists, Comrade Waz's powers come back to Waz!
And then, as it's like coming back towards them, just our Waz just fucking grabs it, and he's like, well, it returned to Waz.
It came back to a Waz.
Yeah, not the
Just being fucking snarky, and then
White Waz throws a tantrum and everybody fucks off.
No! Yeah, White Waz fucking, another Waz fucking threw a tantrum, and fucking another Zeo did too. They're just both like, ah!
Oh, after another Zeo got stomped by Gates, the funniest thing ever, just, he's on the ground and he just does a little, where he like pounds the ground with his fist, but like gently enough for it to be hilarious. I don't want to break my hand.
My truck was taken away by that kid. Mommy, help.
Go beat up his dad! But yeah, so proper original Waz gets the Kamen Rider Waz power set where it was truly destined to be the whole time, and I'm so happy!
Yeah, no, he's earned this.
My Waz is better than your Waz! Go beat up his Waz!
Don't you touch my Waz.
OG Waz is gonna kick ass.
Two guys fighting with books, it's just that spell.
And
my book is better than your tablet!
And there's a neat little touch that for when Black Waz transforms, the visor is black and
yes, which I didn't notice until you pointed it out.
Yeah.
I thought something was different about his helmet.
I caught it in the preview last week, and then I was like, oh, that's neat. It's the same suit, but they changed it because Black Waz and White Waz. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh.
And I was about to mention, someone posted the screenshot in our chat just now, but in the in the hologram of the ride watch behind him, instead of the numbers display that it usually has, it's got an image of Waz's book with the watch band clasp on it.
That's neat.
That's a really nice touch.
OG Waz is best Waz.
Of course.
Well, yeah, we all love freaking original Waz.
Yeah, so original Waz transforms into Kamen Rider Waz, and he's still got the book in his hand while he's fighting, and then he Iwa'd himself.
Yes, so he actually fucking did it.
He gave himself an introductory speech.
I love it!
I was so happy he did it.
Oh, here's another custom from Rider Custom, Waz featuring Sorcerer.
Yo, that's actually cool.
That's pretty good.
Whoa,
Here's my money, take it, please.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah. So Waz henshins into Kamen Rider Waz in order to fight with... I'm blanking right now, I'm tired.
Gates.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Gates is like, you've never beaten me before, and you're not gonna now.
Well, now I'm a rider, bitch!
I don't think so, fucker!
No, Waz is just like you were saying.
Yeah.
Hey, hopefully.
So, on the other side of things, back in the 2009 in the bus trip of Destiny, apparently that bus was going to a fucking strawberry picking tour.
Yeah, that was like they could have
because that's what millennials like to do.
Hey, I've been strawberry picking. It's fun as hell.
And everyone on that bus had a kid.
No fucking joke. I've been strawberry picking. It's fun as hell.
Same.
There is nothing better than eating a freshly picked strawberry. It's fucking delicious. Oh my god.
I wonder if it was done because Ichigo.
Oh my god, I can almost imagine that, but I think it might have just been because of this. Oh my god, it might have been.
I don't know. So
I don't know. I don't want to believe it, but it might have been.
I don't want to believe anymore.
So we get to see Sogo's parents pre-death.
Oh. So great being alive, right?
God, I love being not dead. Let's board this bus!
Let's get on this bus that's totally not going anywhere bad.
And because Tsukasa is the one driving, Soup is just allowed on the bus with no problem that she's a stowaway. She hasn't paid for a ticket or whatever the hell. And then while the bus is driving, Schwartz stops it, dressed like fucking Mondo.
Yes, but what I like that I actually found really interesting was that this is not the Schwartz that we know.
It's pre-series.
It's a past Schwartz.
And no, sorry, not Mondo. He's dressed like goddamn Cyanji from Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember that.
He has a magic hat.
Yeah, his hat that deflects the Phise lasers.
He has like the opposite of Oddjob's hat. Like instead of a hat that you throw to attack people, he has a hat that deflects attack.
I play hat in defense mode.
My favorite will always be Random Task from Austin Powers.
Oh yeah.
He throws a shoe, honestly.
So apparently all the kids on that bus were all the same age, because he says that they are all children born in the year 2000. They are all candidates to becoming the king of time. So he freezes time for just the parents and tells the kids, yeah, this bus is gonna explode, so do something about it.
Bye! So, whichever ones of you are lucky enough to survive this are probably gonna be the king.
Did we talk about the driver?
Yeah, it's Tsukasa.
It's Tsukasa.
Yes.
Yeah,
we don't know why he's here or what he's gonna do, but...
Because...
He's back to get the Zeo powers.
Because he's saving Tsukiyomi.
He's gonna take you back to the past.
Was that his intent, though? I don't know if he knew.
He was probably had the same idea that she did, though. He wanted this. He realized there was something up with this scenario. Something happened that day, and he wanted to see what. And in classic Tsukasa fashion, he's just got a disguise, and he's sitting in as somebody.
So as the bus is going out of control, Sogo, as a little 9-year-old, gets up in Schwartz's face, and he's like, yup, this is the one, and he grabs him and pulls him up, and gets a little too close, I think.
Nope.
Bad touch.
Nope.
I think it looked weird because of the slow-mo.
Yeah. And then we see Soup do her shooting scene that we've seen fucking 4 times now, and scream Sogo's name, where Gates apparently mistook that scene to be her trying to kill Sogo, but she was actually trying to shoot Schwartz.
And not just Gates that misunderstood it. Apparently, fucking another Zeo being there as a kid misunderstood it too.
Well,
somehow.
Thank you.
Yeah, he apparently mistook Sogo trying to stop Schwartz as it being his fault that their parents died.
Right.
Did he just forget about the creepy old man that caused this?
Yeah, right. He even said that, no, the bus crashed and our parents died because a time traveler came back from the future to try and kill you. And
that's
what he said.
That checks out.
Right?
I get it.
Now that made sense to me when he said it the first time, but now that we're seeing what actually happened, I'm like, okay, yeah, but what the fuck happened here?
To answer Blazy-kun in our chat, how Gates got that angle is he was looking through a screen on his time machine. He was able to see just the X-ray vision of Soup in the bus, but not the back of the bus where Schwartz was.
Yep.
Time camera! I don't fucking know.
Time camera, come on.
Their tablets do stupid shit.
Including being able to text.
Yeah, but at the same time, he still saw Zeo run up to the guy and get held up for a bit, so
after seeing that Sogo is probably Zeo, he takes himself, Sogo, and all of the other kids off the bus and through a time portal, leaving the bus to crash into the tunnel and explode. But at the last minute, we see Tsukasa yoink himself and Soup through a dimension wall, and I'm gonna probably assume that maybe he saved the parents too, and they're not really dead?
You never know.
Hidden somewhere?
It's Schwartz. He's an asshole.
I was gonna say it's Schwartz.
But maybe Tsukasa saved them with his wall.
And Blaze, why did she yell his name? Because she was trying to save him.
Yeah, maybe it was like, Sogo, get out of the way so I can shoot him.
Basically.
Okay, but if you're going with your theory and all the parents are alive, this many years later, what type of meeting would that be? It would just be like.
Maybe before Tsukasa got involved, they were gonna die, but now that Tsukasa's here, he could have saved them, and eventually he'll just show up with the parents.
Yeah, hey, I've kind of been holding on to them for like 10 years.
Yeah, I was thinking like...
Maybe it's like I warped him through a portal 10 years later or some shit.
Yeah.
The portal...
I agree with Kaguya, though. Its explosion came from the back of the bus, and the wall got Tsukasa and Tsukiyomi because they were immediately at the front. So chances are everyone in the back of the bus is dead, and just the two of them survived.
Probably.
Tsukasa.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking possibilities.
I'm wondering what caused the explosion if they didn't actually...
Crashing into the wall in the tunnel.
Okay, so it was just the back of the bus that sort of crashed and scraped against the wall, whereas the front sort of veered this way?
Buses, the engine's usually at the back.
Okay.
So the engine exploded.
So the shit that would have exploded would have been at the back end of the bus.
So it was an engine explosion, not because of a head-on collision with something in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point...
Everything was on fire, so, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, the kids wake up presumably at Omade because there are Daimazines destroying the city.
It's the exact same scene we saw in Sogo's dream earlier in the series. Which tells me, considering his outfit, that Schwartz was the one who told Zio that he was to become king.
Yeah, no, that absolutely is what's happening. So much for that theory of it being his future Omazeo self. Yeah, so... Basically, the episode ends with Waz about to fight Gates and Sogo riding off on his bike to also fight Gates, I guess.
Yep.
So next week, we see another Zio amass more of his Another Rider army, and Zio and Gates apparently have to team up fucking again.
I don't like when they team up in this show.
Yeah.
It just seems forced.
It is forced.
No, but... Like,
it's literally forced!
I know, but...
So yeah, we get answers and questions in equal parts.
What questions and answers, though?
Yeah. Well, that's the nature of a dramatic show like this.
Mm-hmm. Got a bunch of questions, especially since we see that Tsukasa and Tsukiyomi kind of followed them to Omade.
Yeah.
So they're watching and seeing what
I just like how Soup, this whole episode, does not notice at all that it's Tsukasa.
I feel like after the portal, she 100% knows. It's just...
She wasn't looking at him.
There was an off-screen... Wait, how the fuck did we get here? The fuck decade?
Maybe. I feel like if that happened, they would have shown it.
I feel like they're going to show that next episode as a bit of a flashback to what she's been doing.
Okay, so this just apparently this just popped up now, so apparently in future episodes of Zio, we are getting Blade and Chalice coming back.
Oh, sick.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, they haven't done the Blade episodes yet anyway. So.
Awesome.
Can we, instead of seeing another Blade, can we just see another Chalice?
Cool.
Just get like a proper monster version of Chalice? That'd be cool. Anyways, yay!
You heard what he said. Do it.
I mean, Orb's got an idea that would actually make some sense.
A theory that Omazeo destroyed the Daimazines and White Waz is from Kikai's future and wants to make sure the timeline where the machines rule over and exterminate humans by stopping Omazeo. I can believe it.
Utilizing Gates as a catalyst, and he is their savior, but not their king, because he became Geiz Revive and killed himself in the battle, thus taking out Omazeo and Gates simultaneously.
I did see someone earlier in the chat mention that just because he's their Wagaku Seishu doesn't mean he survived the battle.
Right?
I like that
He is
theory.
their
That
savior
is true.
because he defeated him.
He could have...
And died trying.
The
Yeah,
most-
my only issue with that theory is the fact that we've been basically told that Kikai's future isn't actually the future.
Yeah.
Kikai's world was a dream that Sogo... Well, I mean, technically, I guess they said he made up a new future.
Yeah, because the idea is Shinobi, Quiz, and Kikai come from the
Waz's
same
timeline.
alternate timeline that Waz is from.
Yeah.
Because Waz actually went to his future to take Mondo back to the present. As opposed to Shinobi and Kikai, who were dreamed up.
Yeah.
Wow, this show is getting
Well, I
confusing.
mean, White Waz actually said that Shinobi was a thing from his time.
Yeah.
And Schwartz went to the alternate timeline and got the watch from there.
And Kikai, being also from the same timeline but later on, means that the theory that Geiz Revive winning and leading to the future where machines rule the world is probably accurate.
Yeah.
I'm thinking though, because like the whole like my savior thing. I mean, the most famous savior ever is Jesus, and he died also. So.
Yeah,
that's probably it.
And thus the point that Gates is probably going to kill himself while killing.
And you know what else Jesus did? He rose from the dead. He revived.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just reading the chat.
I'm sorry that I brought Jesus.
Where else would, like, when they're saying where got his theory from, like, what other theories would there be about this?
He's getting them. They come from all over.
There are a lot of discussion forums and such.
Yeah, but anyway, that's a neat theory. I mean, especially with the idea that Geiz Revive is probably going to end up killing Gates. We don't know who would be the king after that.
Well, I bet you if Gates dies, the O2 is going to fucking undo it with his bullshit powers.
Yeah, pretty well. And yeah, White was, potentially.
Wasgamode.
Wait, why does he die at sunset, though?
It's don't worry about it.
Yamato isn't Toku Jesus.
Oh, okay,
Gates.
I understand, never mind.
Well, let's move on from that and talk about our brand new Sentai.
Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger.
I gotta think of a way to transition into the show.
How is it not obviously Ryu so cool?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Lane's just not feeling that one.
Ryu's so cool!
I really love
it. Oh, no, I gotta do K-Boom!
AKA the Demo Man from TF2.
Yeah, Kaboom! So, yes, here we are talking about episode 1 of Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger.
And it was awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
I just kind of noticed throughout it that we seem to be borrowing a lot of tropes from the previous Dino Sentais. Here.
Oh my god, it's straight up Ryusoulger with French swords instead of Spanish guns.
And
in so many ways!
What's this? You're telling me that they're from an ancient tribe of people that ruled with dinosaurs? Huh. That doesn't sound like not Zoology.
It doesn't sound like Zoology.
No, I'm not talking
Kyryuger. Oh, Zyuranger.
Yeah, that one. That totally doesn't sound like Zyuranger.
I can't get over how easy it is to make parallels to that old Fox box show dinosaurs.
Yep. Or no sign of Geisorg just yet.
Yes.
Oh, it's weird. I actually do not remember this one.
There's the theme song.
I remember so many of these shows, but not this one.
We're playing the theme song for our Discord. People can't hear it.
I do not remember this one.
I kinda do.
I watched a few episodes of it.
I remember Ultimate Muscle, but I don't remember Dinosaur.
See, I was watching Mongolia Nights.
I remember Mongolia
That show was okay, except there were so many other shows like it. Flint the Time Detective, Mongolia Nights. There was a couple others I can't remember the names of. Anyways, Dino Knight Ready!
Yes.
So the episode opens with what is essentially a Keyblade bequeathing ceremony. And I see that they managed to find a new use for the Pandora Tower set. It's straight up the Pandora Tower.
Yeah.
You are now Keyblade Master. I mean Ryusoulgers.
Totally, guys.
I think that's just the way swords and stuff are usually bequeathed to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we see Master Red, Blue, and Pink, who are not given actual names.
Yeah, they're not important.
They don't need names. They're not going to be here very long.
It's like they're going to die.
Right?
And it's interesting because it starts out looking like it's going to be a 3-man Sentai, even though we know Green and Black are showing up.
That's an interesting point.
So we meet Ko, the happy, spunky, energetic one. Melt or Melto. I'm just going to call him Melt.
Yeah.
The quiet, intelligent, skilled one with blue hair, who I really hope we get explanation on.
Because you gotta have blue hair.
No, there's no explanation. His hair's just blue. He's an anime character.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He's an anime protagonist.
And Asuna,
Thank you.
the woman with Hina level strength, which will probably also not get explained.
Never.
And then, so as we are introduced to them, we see them get their Ryusoulkens. The morphers appear on their hands, and they're Ryusoulgers for reasons. They don't really say why the powers have to be passed down.
That's true.
Are they passed down? Because the masters can still transform afterwards.
Which I'd really like to know how and why, because you can clearly see that they do not have changers on their suits.
They just have them all tied.
They're so fucking badass that
the changer's inside my soul.
Exactly.
They're so skilled with the power they can call upon it without the change.
Yeah. So now, we were trying to figure out.
That's why they're the masters.
We were trying to remember who the actors were who played the masters ever. So Master Red was Takashi Hongo in the first movie.
Yeah,
or the first.
I recognize him.
Yep.
Master Pink was Sailor Moon in Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon.
Yep.
Live action. And then I think Master Blue was just...
Ibuki?
No, I don't. No, he wasn't Ibuki.
Didn't they say it was Ibuki?
I don't think so. I think it said he played Nobuharu's friend in Kyoryuger.
I'm just gonna say, Vegas, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
As of the end of the episode, you're not wrong.
Yeah. And then they have a master, I don't know what they called him, but I just call him Edith because he looks so much like Osan from Ghost. And who is apparently Ultraman Jack.
Yep.
That was the reason Ultraman died.
It's Ultraman Jack.
Yeah. So we get introduced to all them. The ceremony happens. They get their changers.
Yeah, he was Ibuki.
I told you.
Yeah.
I remember things sometimes.
Okay, I know. Never said you didn't.
Occasionally.
And after that, we see a brief glimpse of the giant Minosaur being all kaiju and shit.
Right?
All kaiju.
Oh, yeah. It's just, oh man, that thing's just I saw that thing moving, I'm like, what is this, a Godzilla movie?
I feel like that reference was deliberate.
Oh yeah.
Especially since when he first shows up to the Rangers later, he pokes his head over a hill, and that's a direct Godzilla reference. If that's what you were telling me, Lane?
What?
You were telling me about how when he pokes his head over the hill, that's a Godzilla thing?
Yeah. Because it's in the first shot of Godzilla we ever see in the 1954 movie. He just pokes his head over a mountain. He's just like, all right.
I remember that. That was cool.
Yeah.
He's Godzilla's cousin.
Yeah.
Might be.
Frankzilla.
Yes, that is his name, Frankzilla.
I just like the implication here that God is Godzilla's first name.
Yeah. Because he is.
Their parents were really religious, but also really anti-religious. I don't know. This joke went too far. So
anyway, both of you, yeah.
So we cut to Ui Channel.
Oh my god. So
That
I
was
can
so
already
cool.
tell off the bat that this is a character that either you will love or you will hate.
Yep.
And me, I love her.
She's a goddamn YouTuber!
Yeah, because
She is probably the most stereotypical YouTube character I have ever fucking seen.
What's up, fam squad? It's your girl Ui here in the fucking Amazon. Except it's not.
I mean, I've seen YouTube channels just like that.
Right?
It's not-
That's what makes it so funny.
They're trying to relate to YouTube culture.
yeah, because it's the norm.
I know,
But
but
it's
it
also
hurts.
funny just because of how
Remember-
goofy she is.
Remember when Saki said he wanted to be a YouTuber?
I know.
But it reminds me.
I feel like that was warning us.
It reminds me of someone who's trying to make a YouTube video for the first time ever, not someone who's been doing it for a long time.
Wouldn't it have been amazing if Saki was like, I want to be a YouTuber like my favorite YouTube star, Ui? So, she's in quote-unquote the Amazon, but they clearly show us that it's Aokigahara Forest. So we already know that she's a liar. And then she makes a joke where it's like, I'm here in the Amazon and I'm here to discover secret ancient animals and possibly record it. And then she holds up a recorder.
Yeah.
And then she goes, ooh, joke! And I almost think that might be a reference to Grubs because it's like, funny joke!
No.
That meme transcends the Grumps.
Not lying. She just
Probably.
has marbles missing.
Yeah.
And she's even when she's talking on the phone, she's got her phone on a fucking selfie stick.
Oh my god, that's amazing. You're right. I forgot about the selfie stick.
And just to keep on brand, she has a dinosaur phone case.
No, I love this chick. She's fucking adorable, hilarious. I think this is exactly the type of character we need for a show like this.
I feel like I'm going to enjoy laughing at her. I don't know if I like or hate it yet.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly it, Thunderburst Orb. She kind of reminds me of Naomi from Ultraman Orb, the leader of the Something Search People group.
Okay.
Because, like, there are these group of people who, like, 3 people who just go around and they, like, try to find, like, weird paranormal shit in their city. And they're really funny.
So, in a scene that I don't quite understand yet, we see Ko, like, poke her on the shoulder and ask her what's going on, and she gets startled and falls over, and then there's no one there, and then it cuts back to him, and she's not there. So it kind of makes it look like the Ryusoulger's village is inside of a hidden parallel reality of some sort.
She fucking just manages to show up in their village without any help or assistance.
So maybe it's like Wakanda, where it's there but hidden.
Oh, maybe.
Ooh.
It's not well explained yet, but I feel like they'll tell us more about it.
They better.
So Ui ends up chased by some of the pawn mooks, who are fucking awesome, by the way, and she slips on the slime that the Cyan monster leaves, and just, you hear her fucking spine snap.
Yeah.
Like, legs up, flat on her back, spine snapped. And she's okay!
She's okay.
She's okay, guys!
Yeah, you're right. That was a really hard fall that did
Right.
look like it would have just snapped her spine. You know
Oh, your money!
It's like falls, spine snaps. Is like, who are you? You're not human then?
And then the ooey gooey chewy version of Lucky Euro creeps up on her, and this is Cyan.
I love him.
He's
awesome
weirdly cute.
He's like a mushroom dude with goop. Made goop.
He's so goopy.
So goopy.
He's probably, I think we talked about it when on Extra when he was revealed, but he's almost certainly based on a bleeding tooth mushroom, which is a very specific type of mushroom that has like beads of liquid coming off it, but just palette swapped. I know you're dreading me putting a picture of it in the chat, but I'm going to put a picture of it in the chat.
For education purposes.
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me if it straight up was Lucky Euro's voice actor. It's so similar. So the Cyan comes up on her, and it looks like he's about to goop her or something. Maybe this is one of those series where humans get turned into the monsters.
That'd be cool.
It's been a while since we had one of those, you know what I mean?
It's been a while.
This is an actual bleeding tooth mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably meant to be that, but like with the colors switched to green and pink.
Mm-hmm.
Not that.
I don't know if they have them in Japan or if they're popular in Japan, but they like mushrooms.
So at the last second, she's saved by both Ryusoul Red and Master Red, already henshined. But yeah, if you pay real close attention, you can see that Master Red, even when he's transformed, doesn't have the changer on him anymore because he's bequeathed it to Ko. So I'd like to know why that's a thing, but they won't say because they're dead. Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt, but someone in chat just said, "Is Ui channel a reference to iChannel?" And I think it actually might be because it's super popular.
I don't know what iChannel is.
It is a virtual YouTuber, Kizuna Ai.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I think that it almost. I'm not sure if I'd go as far as saying almost certainly, but it's probably a reference to
Yeah, no. Look, I feel like for Ui, they just kind of took like a bunch of really popular YouTuber memes and such and just kind of them all into one thing.
And then the opening plays,
which is a neat song.
It's all right.
I like it. It feels like kind of like the Ryusoulger one, where it was just like, traditional Sentai, kind of gets you hyped up for the episode. So.
And I have to point out that during the early part of it, where there are shots of each of them like screaming and crying out, there's one shot where it shows Banba crying like on the left side of the screen, and at that point, the way that the Ryusoul Ken is positioned under him, it almost makes it look like that's his fucking dick.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
I didn't see that.
Watch the opening and watch that scene again, and you'll see what I mean. There's a quick shot of a dude whose face is covered by scarves, and that's probably going to be Geizorg.
Well, I mean, that usually happens in openings for these things, doesn't it? Where you see some mysterious figure in the opening, and it's usually some kind of Sixth Ranger.
Yeah. Because
they have that in the current Precure opening, too.
So Creon is apparently voiced by Ryoko Shiraishi.
So,
yeah, so she's done a lot of anime roles. So
any Toku roles?
No, she's this is her first Toku role, but she's been
interesting.
Kaede Nagase and Negima.
Oh God.
Okay, I know who that is. Okay, cool.
Digimon Cross Wars. I saw that earlier.
Oh.
Is Hinomoto Akari?
I knew I recognized.
She's Akari from Cross Wars.
Thank you, thank you, Kaguya. I thought I recognized the crap out of that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. She's voiced both.
And Sword Art Online as Yulie.
I don't remember the name.
Okay. Anyways,
yeah, so we see Red use the Tsuyo Soul, and I swear to God, they say the name Tsuyo Soul so many times in this episode that it just reminds me of the first dubbed Naruto opening. Rise! Tsuyo Soul!
Yeah.
Oh
no. Yeah, so let's talk about this now. So the way that they use their gimmicks, the non-transformative Ryu Souls, is to put them into the Ryu Soul and then gobble them a bunch of times.
Over and over again, and holy shit does that process take a long time.
But it's weird because it looks like they're trying to puppet it saying the word.
Yeah, and I think that's how it works. Like, the toy probably works like it says each sore when you gobble it each time. And I gotta say, I really, really don't like that. It takes too long, and it's so involved, and... I really don't like that the powers are centered around the sword. And I get it. I get why they're doing it, because they're knights, and the sword is everything to a knight, so you want to put the power up in the sword because they're knights.
Yep.
Oh, but I don't like the Ryusoulgen's design at all. Speaking of swords, I like how the masters each have their own, like, normal-ass sword, but they just carry it around all the time. They don't have any sheaths to put them in.
Yeah.
That was a weird choice.
Yeah, I never actually noticed that until you bring it up.
They didn't want to give... Those were prop swords. They didn't have sheaths for them, and they weren't going to spend the money on a bunch of characters that were dead.
Oh yeah, in our chat they're saying something that I didn't pick up on that's interesting. When they say the names of the soul, it says like Hayasol and Tsuyo-Soul. It almost sounds like Hayasor or Tsuyo-Sor, as in a dinosaur.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that was absolutely on purpose.
That's the joke.
Yeah. So yes, Red uses Tsuyo-Soul, which is just a straight up strength increase. And then we get a really nice shot of, like, real close up with him, where he's swinging his sword, and it looks like the sword is curved. That was a neat shot. So I feel like they learned from Lupin Pato a little bit.
Yeah, the dynamic shots are really nice.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't go back on that. I mean, it was
yeah. And then he puts the red soul into the sword to do his finisher, which is just straight up called Dino Slash.
Yep.
The effects on it are gorgeous, though. It looks great.
Oh my god, he makes like this like.
Just wish he didn't have to pump. Just wish he didn't have to pump a lever on the sword 15 fucking times.
Right. And that's like one to activate it, and another one for the special attack.
I hope they do it all simultaneously.
Oh, they probably will.
Sword. But yeah, like as we've talked about before. Like, the voice of, like, everything is fucking Tomokazu Seki, so you're just, like, Seki's going all out on this fucking Sentai.
And just works in-house at Toei these days, I swear to God.
Yeah, he just lives there.
Yeah.
Seki, we need you to voice another Sentai equipment. Yeah.
Alright.
On it.
It's like Chris Sabat during Dragon Ball Z. He just fucking lives there at that point.
The balls are inert.
I believe
make a bit of difference.
I believe the way it was described is Christopher Sabat is the voice of the Frieza saga.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
That's the way he described it, anyway.
Yeah.
That's great.
So after that, we get introduced to the quote-unquote leader, maybe, possibly just head general for now, of the Druidons, Tank Joe.
Tank Joe.
And I like this boy. He is a castle-themed, blue, sword-wielding general voiced by Azald from Ryusoulger.
It's basically just like did you like the previous blue castle creature? Well, here's one even bluer and even castle-ier.
Essentially.
Who was the one that you said was voiced by the priest from Fate?
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's it. It's just Itchy's just kind of going with the last voice the guy did in Toku.
You want to mention who he is?
Oh, he's also Kotomine Kirei from Fate's Day Night, for anybody who knows that series.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's a very obvious voice.
It absolutely feels like another form of the Castle Smash.
Did you evolution?
Yeah.
Kotomine Kirei, the priest. Kaguya, who's asking the question who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that voice.
I could have sworn I'd heard his voice in something else, because it sounds so familiar.
He's probably been in everything.
He's been in quite a few things. His voice is rather recognizable.
Yeah.
As evidenced by Kaguya going nuts in the comments because they didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Wait!
So we cut back to Ui, and her phone rings, and her fucking ringtone is her own mouth noise.
It's amazing.
Her ringtone is her going.
It's awesome.
Fucking for real.
I love her. Love her so much. She's great.
Look, it's like All Might in My Hero Academia. His ringtone is literally just him screaming, "I am here."
Watashi ga kita.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's good though.
Wow. Oh my.
So she gets called by her grandfather. It's not super clear.
Yeah, some guy she lives with. I don't know.
Well, it's the same last name, Tatsui no Hisa, who apparently is complicit in her fake set scheme, because you cut to a wide shot of their home, wherever it is, and there's just like excavated parts of other sets.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, are you coming home from the Amazon by bus? No, I'm taking a bike. Oh, but you're gonna be late. Sorry, I'm caught up in Sentai stuff. Gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. So we see the Ryusoulgers, and they're talking about the Druidons, and we see a silhouette of what are absolutely going to be future generals coming up. And they talk about how the Druidons were apparently all former owners of Earth along with the dinosaurs, but when the meteors came down to kill the dinosaurs, the Druidons fucked off into space.
Because they can do that.
Okay, so this Tank Joe guy, so I think there's like someone he's voiced for everyone. So Emily, this is for you. He was in the Sergeant Frog series.
Oh my god, it was Giro?
Yeah, Corporal Giro.
Oh my, you know
There
who
you
else
go.
he voiced though? This is funny. He voiced King Leonidas in the Japanese dub of 300.
That's
Cool.
Thunderbruster
I
or
just-
saying he's Alucard, and I'm having a moment to think whether he means the Castlevania anime or Hellsing.
Yeah, Fate Stay Nights, he was Kirei.
I had no idea it was
well,
Giro.
okay.
That's...
Okay.
Oh, One
Thunder-
Piece,
yeah,
One Piece
or-
for me, he was Hody Jones.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
or-
awesome.
See, here's the thing. I can totally hear that. I watched Hellsing in the dub, so I don't know. I don't recognize him as that at all.
I know I've heard that voice in something.
Fairy Tail, he's Keys.
I don't think I know that one.
Nobody important.
Okay.
Oh, he was Gametz in Maho Girls Precure.
Oh my god, he was Gametsu!
See, the one I recognize is Face Stay. That's the one.
He
I
was the
recognize.
Oh, he's the voice of Kazuya Mishima! That's awesome. Holy shit.
I didn't know he was Gametsu.
Oh, he's Luxord in Kingdom Hearts 2.
I feel like I haven't picked up on the one I recognize, though.
This guy is just like really prolific. I don't know his name, but
Joji Nakata.
okay, I know him as the guy who voiced Giro.
Oh, he voices Sojiro Sakura in Persona 5.
That's what it is!
There you go.
We found the one that Itchy
We
recognizes.
found it. She's
And he's
recognizable.
the Japanese voice for Doomfist.
Okay.
I didn't know
All
that,
right,
but
this guy's gotten around.
He's also Roshuo from Gaim.
No, that's what it is! That's the... Because that warble in his voice, I knew I'd heard that before! He's Roshuo!
That-
Actually, let me
I
see.
forgot he was in that.
Thank you, Orb! You have solved my problem!
he's-
Oh, that was killing me!
He's the fucking birth driver. Yeah, but yeah, he's Roshuo.
Shoveru
Giro
Solved.
voices the birth driver.
There you go.
What driver?
The birth driver
From
from
O's.
O's. It's a capsule machine. go.
Yeah, that. Anyways, moving on. Before this turns into,
Joji Nakada.
God, what did we call that?
Oh, Lowtown Forum.
That.
That was
Before
a
this
very
turns
old,
into Lowtown Forum.
very old Ixie Studios video we did once ever.
Because it was really hard to do more of that.
That was where we sat around going, this guy voiced this guy!
And these people! Holy shit!
Prince of the Saiyans is Prince of the Empire.
Yeah.
That's the line I remember the most.
Anyways.
Yeah, so they introduced the concept of the Kishiryu, the Zords, which have been sealed away in the temple, and then they show them off by way of Nazca drawings on all the pillars. That was neat. Clearly CGI'd. So we cut to the temple at night and they're sparring, and during this scene we find out that Asuna apparently is offended by people bringing up her freakishly brute strength.
Like actual super strength, though.
And proceeds to punish them by sending them flying into a mountain and making it explode.
It's like she fucking does a volleyball spike or a volley and just like shoves Ko like 20 feet away into the side of the cliff.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone's nicknaming her Ryusoulger Pink.
So basically, she sends them into the mountain. And then yells, "Walk it off! Don't mention it ever again."
Basically.
Probably.
Yeah.
And after Ko gets knocked into the cliff, he finds that Ui apparently snuck into the village somehow. Oh, also, right before that, before it cuts to night, in one shot, while they're on top of the Pandora Tower set, you can see, if you pay attention, that there's like a group of like, what I can only assume are temple monks, just like other people that live in the temple, who we never see again, right?
Then the temple explodes later.
So they're probably dead.
Yeah, dead. They're the last.
That's
like,
not good.
Kaguya's asking the question, who's stronger, Asuna for shoving him that hard or Ko for surviving it? I'm gonna go with Asuna, because they don't give a lot of characters that level of super strength, but every Sentai hero survives fucking everything. So it's nothing new in that world.
So yeah, Ko finds Ui hiding in a bush for some reason, and her response is to introduce herself and give Asuna a banana, which she was carrying, apparently.
Yep.
Maybe in case she found monkeys in the Amazon?
Quote Ninth Doctor. Bananas are good.
And the village elder, who I'm just going to call Edith until they give him a name, his response is, take her out at daybreak and erase her memory. That's a thing you guys can do? Alright.
Oh god.
And then the best scene in the episode.
It's like, alright, well, here's the exit. Okay, are you actually going to erase my memory? Yeah, how do you guys do that with this? Proceeds to bring out small sledgehammer.
Labeled mind eraser.
That was amazing. I don't even know if he was actually fucking with her or not.
We never got a chance.
It's not really clear.
He's never had a chance to say one way or the other. He just fucking pulls out a sledgehammer and just, this is how we'll erase your memory. And she just freaks the fuck out. Like,
he should have been like,
yes, this guy is saying, I'm going to erase your memories with a sledgehammer.
It'll just hurt a little.
Just hurt a little bit.
It'll be just but a scratch.
Just cut to, like, you pan over, like, 5 feet to the right, there's just a pile of bodies.
Yeah.
They also found us. I had to erase their memories. Oh, the best part is that you can't tell if he's serious because it's episode 1 and we don't know.
And his expression when he says it just fucking sells it too.
And she's like, what? You can't do that. I'll be fine. That's not your decision.
See, I genuinely also.
Guess what? Unfortunately for you, in this case, it is my decision.
But I like how it's been labeled.
Yeah.
Like, is it suggesting that it
this is specifically the mind erasing sledgehammer?
We have this sledgehammer specifically for this purpose.
It has been used before, is what I'm saying.
It would have been best if there was, like, dents and blood on it.
Yeah, there's just fucking blood stains on the one side.
Then we would have known he was serious.
Then you know it was used before.
So not only is the memory erased, but they're also taken out, literally.
Yeah.
You know.
But I just love that the elder's decision was to do it at dawn instead of, like, now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can stay the night, fine.
It's like, enjoy your last night.
Take her out of here at dawn. You know where we dump the bodies.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, so before he can actually do it or not do it, a Minosaur attacks.
And Blaze brings up someone. I'm just looking down the list. Oh, you mean Soichiro Hoshi. Okay.
Blaze is really going hard for us to have Bakugan as a feature topic.
No. Yeah. No, I just scrolled through that list and I'm like, yeah, Soichiro Hoshi. I know exactly who that guy is. Just from looking at roles.
Raven's catchphrase is watching all the anime.
No, specifically because that guy is actively one of my favorite voice actors.
Also,
so
a Akechi.
Whatever. Back to the episode.
By the way, can we just say that we're super disappointed in the announcement for P5R? It's Persona 5 The Royal. It's just a new version of Persona 5 on PS4, not on Switch.
Not yet.
Yeah, a little disappointed.
Not yet.
It's a bit weird that they'd announce a new one.
It's like with Crash Bandicoot. They released it on PS4, then they released it on Xbox and Switch later. So there's a possible
Yeah, I
chance.
know, that's the big one.
Cuphead's coming to Switch too, yeah.
It's not just coming to Switch. Remember when we were playing it way back when?
Yeah.
And we were like, with a game so focused on animation, why does it have just still pictures as cutscenes? They're fixing that.
Oh, really?
The cutscenes will be fully animated cartoons.
Oh, shit!
And it's a free update for every version that already exists.
That's
cool.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, they just didn't have time, right?
Yeah.
That's what I assumed.
And apparently the creator's really pitching for Cuphead to be in Smash as one of those DLC
While
fighters.
I do think it would be awesome for him to be in
They've
Smash.
explicitly said that the fighters have already been decided.
Yeah, but who's to say that that's not the same thing as
I'd
Joker?
play as Mugman.
I feel like they're... Oh, that's the other thing.
Hey,
You can now play as Mugman in single player.
Yes!
Yes, from the beginning.
Thank you!
You can choose him from the beginning without glitching up the game.
Cool.
And I know Delicious Last Course will come out sometime.
Yeah.
I don't know when, though.
Anyways, back to Ryusoulger.
Sorry about
Yay,
that.
okay,
guys.
I can wake up now. Thanks.
Yes.
So, the Minosaur attacks, and Ui gives off the most ear-shattering screech I've ever heard.
We can actually beat that. Our daughter screams louder.
It's not a
Welcome
contest.
to 2-year-olds.
Yeah, so the Reds enter the temple, but apparently Tank Joe and Crayon just entering the temple is enough for the temple, which is the source of their powers, to go, nope, y'all lost your powers.
Yep.
Just someone sneaking in, not even like taking
Yeah,
anything.
no, that seems really inconvenient. That just somebody else setting foot in the thing that you're supposed to protect gets rid of your powers to protect it.
It almost feels like a reference to a tactical RPG where your objective is defend the temple,
right?
And like if the enemy makes it to the square, that one square, you lose the battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Tank Joe and Crayon get into the temple, and the two Reds go in to stop them. Meanwhile, both Blues and Pinks are in Ranger forms fighting the giant Minosaur. And they actually managed to down it by combining Nobi Soul and Omo Soul, which have the powers of stretching and heavyweight, respectively. And you know what? It's pretty neat.
Yep.
They Carter Grayson that bitch.
I like the fact that they're not in Zords yet, but they're still fighting a giant monster.
Yeah, although
I hope they keep that up.
like
Honestly.
it's weird that they didn't even like at least say at one point, "Oh, it's a giant monster. We need to summon the Kishiryu. How do we do it? We don't know." They just don't even mention it or think of it.
Because knights traditionally fight dragons.
Because the Kishiryu were sealed away in the temple since ancient times, so literally nobody knows they can do that.
It's not really explicitly said. That
Yeah, no, it was actually.
Oh, maybe I missed it.
The Edith wannabe did say at the beginning that when they left the Kishiryu existed to fight against the
Druidons?
Yes. And when the Druidons left, when the meteor hit, the Kishiryu just sealed themselves up in the temple until they'd be needed again. So literally nobody has seen that in so frigging long that nobody present even knew that was a thing they could do.
Checks out. So the Reds fight Tank Joe, and he decides to he dummies them with not much effort, and then he does this triple energy cutter attack. And Master Red decides to tank the hit from Tank Joe.
Yep. And he puts them in the solid soul.
So here's an interesting thought about that scene. So Master Red grabs the Ryu Soul and puts the Kata Soul in, which is the ability, which is like a defensive ability. Like, he puts it in while he's holding the sword, not while Ko is holding it. So I wonder if maybe his intent was to use it on himself but it didn't work because he bequeathed his power to Ko. So maybe he wasn't trying to die.
No. I think you had the ability to throw it onto either yourself or someone else if you want. So I think he was defending him because he knew his time was up.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, because this is it. Like, obviously they didn't intend to die.
No, like the surface level interpretation is that like I have to protect you, my precious students.
Of course, but in the end, they also want to make sure that their students are like, oh, you're ready. You don't need us anymore to like keep training you or keep showing you the way.
And that's, I believe, what we were meant to assume.
Yeah.
But looking at the way that scene played out, it kind of seemed like maybe the other way might have.
But I just realized something.
And then after he got hit, it's like, well, I guess I'm fucked. I better give a heart-wrenching speech.
Because the way that they got their full powers was by the masters dying. By their souls going into...
That was them just gaining the ability to transform without the temple's help.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't like... Because I was thinking to myself, what if it was part of the...
We were the power source all along.
Yeah, what if it was part of the ritual originally for them to stab
Maybe
themselves?
that's why they could transform without changers.
Maybe.
Oh, that actually makes sense. That's weird, sorry.
Which I guess means that there were Master Green and Master Black who also died.
Oh, we get to see them.
Just flashbacks to them dying. Probably. Episode 3, maybe. Because as per the Episode 2 preview, it looks like Green and Black aren't a thing yet. Yes. So while Master Red is like dying and giving this heart-wrenching speech, I guess Tank Joe is just letting them have it. Because he's just standing there not doing anything.
I proved my point.
He's sitting there just going, no, I enjoy this part. I'm just going to sit and watch.
Just watching the mentor speak.
This amuses me.
I love watching humans on their knees.
That was a joke. Or was it?
Mass Effect reference.
Yep.
Blaze in our chat, the true Ryusoulger powers were the souls of the friends we made along the way.
We turned them into gems and used them in our swords.
Who also died.
So, Master Red turns, his soul gets sucked into...
The Ryusoul.
Your Ryu soul is mine! Go!
By the way,
you will be next.
By the way, Lane and I are both psyched that the actual actor for Shang Tsung from the Mortal Kombat movie is going to be voicing him in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So, me and Ichi are both looking forward to the eventual compilation of like every interaction with the character of Shang Tsung.
Sorry for another tangent. So what we're saying is that Ryusoul Red now, or the Ryusoulgers now have power-ups that are powered by the dead souls of their mentors / parental figures.
Yep.
So what you're saying is it's Tokon boost.
That's what
Spear
I was
Ranger,
thinking
fire.
Too. I was thinking Tokon as well.
Right? So the temple starts to get destroyed because... Oh yeah, before that, the Minosaur, right after Master Red gets killed by Tank Joe, the Minosaur just shoots a beam of fire and straight up incinerates!
Yeah, they're just gone.
Master Blue and Pink!
It was super funny, like you see, Master Pink, Master Red Master Pink, Master Blue just get fucking incinerated.
They're just gone!
And so you just see Asuna and Melt, they're like, no! And then it cuts to the Minosaur just going like,
Victory fireworks.
He's so happy he unleashes a salvo of fucking energy blasts all over.
Fucking the whole area is
I just
gone.
wanted it to just start dancing. Yeah, I killed them! Whee! And yeah, he starts destroying the temple, and at the last second, Ko is saved by beaming into Tiramigo.
Yep.
And then as the temple gets destroyed, Kishiryu of 3 Knights just pops right out of it.
Yeah, and we hear Tiramigo speak. He's voiced by Kentaros.
Yeah, Blaze, that's the exact same thing I said when I saw it. The Minosaur just pulls a Shin Godzilla with all those back lasers everywhere. I'm like, okay, going full Godzilla here.
Yep. So let's get into the debut of Kishiryu 3 Knights. Holy shit, this thing is awesome.
It is the most slender Megazord I've seen in a long time.
Its design I actually I love. I love how skinny it is.
It straight up looks like the Mystic Knight of Fire from Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog.
Oh yeah, like Rowan's character?
Yeah.
Just the speed on this thing, the mobility, like you see it like just like full on sprinting. You don't see unless like they're like fucking draped in CGI. They never do that kind of shit.
He dodges under his tail.
So I looked at the.
It's like in Lupin Bat Ranger, like the Lupin Ranger Megazord was always like running around, jumping, diving, but it was mostly CG.
Exactly.
They did it.
But this time it's suit.
This time it's actually in a suit, and the suit actor's doing it.
Yeah. So I looked him up. He's done various roles, but he's most known for Ryusoulger from Q Ranger. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So and he's just like he's running. He's like sliding on the ground, tripping the Minotaur, like running on along the side of a wall.
Minotaur?
Or whatever.
The mighty Minotaur.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it is probably a pun on Minotaurs.
So Lane can die happy now.
Yeah. So this mech has super impressed me.
And we get confirmation that all the drill and arm bits and such being modular is not just on the toy. It does it in the show too.
Yeah.
Because they attach the drills to its knees and
power knees.
And the fucking blue sword, Tricerazord, goes onto his feet and he just does a slashing kick.
The minute it came out of the thing, I commented out loud that thing looks like it's made out of Lego.
So Lego?
Which is entirely...
And then pieces of it started coming off and reattaching to different parts of it, and I was like, oh...
Lego,
oh, it actually is Lego.
Lego, you know what to do. If you're listening, you know what to do.
I've been making Lego Zord jokes for years, and now they're real.
Lego, if you're listening, please make a Lego Movie 3.
Can I say I'm very excited to pick up this mech.
Yes, that will be in it.
Yes.
I'm excited to pick up this mech. Super excited.
Lego Sentai.
You heard the lady. Do it.
Honestly, Lego
100%.
Put this in the Lego movie.
The drill knee is absolutely a reference to Geiger. No shit.
Okay.
No, I know.
Does Geiger have drill knees?
Yes.
Cool.
Does he do a rock star slide on the ground
sometimes,
into things? Or?
Sometimes he jumping knees.
He fights in space mostly, I think.
So how would drill knees be in any? How would drills or knees be in any way?
Yeah, Kaguya-Dex is mentioning in our chat that since the toy is modular, people have already created dick jokes with it.
Oh no!
If you put all the drill bits in a row attached to its crotch, and then you can attach the dino head to it, dino dick!
Yeah, and
you know what?
It reminded me of that one kaiju from Gridman.
Look, after Tokuger...
There's another one!
After Tokuger, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did it in the show for some reason.
Just they punch their way out of another coffin.
Hey, Ichi just
there it is!
There it is!
Why?
Doesn't that look like fucking Googulus, whatever the fuck it's called from Gridman?
Why? No, nothing I say will top that, okay?
Fucking Cyan. No, seriously though, go back up. Oh,
What's that?
Yeah, Gaia memory for scale.
My favorite part is those baffled looking cartoon animals on the side, whoa.
Shit.
Whoa.
But I was just gonna say, why on earth did they put a connector point on its crotch?
Dino Dick Ready!
God.
Dicknosaur?
Wham bam, it is a Dino Jam.
Dino Slam. Anyways. So yeah, this mech is fucking awesome. I actually really like it, so...
I ended up liking it a lot better once I saw it in action.
No, get him out of here.
What do you have against Godzilla's kid, huh?
It's not Godzilla's
It looks
kid.
like a walrus with arms!
We've seen Godzilla's kid. It was at the end of Godzilla versus fucking Destroyer.
I thought you were gonna say it looks like a walnut. And he kind of does.
It looks like a Walmart!
No.
No,
That thing's... oh. I hate that little...
Please don't be mean to Vanilla.
So anyway, it uses its finisher attack, Final Blade, which is a neat name for a finisher.
Yep.
And then the way he poses with his blue arm pointed up, it almost looks like the Megazord's going, up yours, bitch!
It is.
Yep.
And then we see it separate into its three parts, Tiramigo, Triken, and Ankylos.
And I swear to God, I think when Tiramigo manifested onto the ground.
Tiramigo?
Yeah. I think it was the voice actor just going, roar! I swear to God, if you actually listen to it, I think he was actually going, roar!
Just imagine him in the booth. And and then there are like explosions in the back. That's the fucking money shot right there.
Yep. I can't stand that fucking blue Zord though with the long ass fucking horn. Just looks so dumb.
I want to see him charge into something like he's jousting.
Oh, he's going to.
That'd be cool.
Freaking kebab meme. Damn it.
So
I remember the kebab meme.
So
that's where it started.
So Edith shows back up because I guess he survived.
Yep.
To tell them that now it's their mission to defend the Earth from the Druidons, and the Readingsoulgers respond by transforming again for no reason.
No, I think it's because they're getting ready for like another battle or something. I don't know.
But there's no one else around.
No.
You don't know.
Hey, now that you guys can transform without, the temple, hey, give it a shot. See how it works.
Yep.
And thus we get the first proper henshin.
And oh my god, just like they put the Reading in, and then they just summon these like little knights, like these little
army of little servant knights.
It's just when it's doing the chime, it's just like I say so.
It's wase.
Oh, wase. Okay, sorry.
It's almost like washoi.
Yeah. And you just see them doing like this like dance in a circle around them,
and they're like beating their shields. They like beat their shields with their swords at one part.
They like absorb into their chests, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and the battlefield where they're on the battlefield with a victory flag.
I love all of the scenes where they're like in a battlefield as part of their henshin effects.
Yeah, that was cool.
So yeah, we get the first proper stock footage henshin of the three of them, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty. It's so cool.
Let me put this down. I don't know if I mentioned it when Ryusoulger got announced, but knights are my #1 favorite fantasy motif, and that's why I've been looking forward to this series for a long time. And I gotta say, they handled it. I would say there's just enough knight motif in this. I'd like there to be more knight aspects of their arsenal, but I feel like we've hit the minimum that I'll accept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that I'm an authority on knights.
Also, I like that at the end of their transformation, when like the helmets form, you just hear this little like ha 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 like laugh. I fucking love that.
Ha ha ha! Bitch, you're about to get fucked.
It's interesting that during the henshin you see their suits without the drill bit in the center. You just see the split color, and then it like fills up.
Yeah,
that's a neat thing. And then the dinosaur head's like gabu fucking over them, just like every other dinosaur Sentai.
Yep.
It almost feels like they purposefully got inspiration from the Abaranger henshin. It feels like an upgraded version of that henshin, because they also like landed in like a deserted, energetic battlefield type area during the Abaranger henshin.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like the little army of knights around them, that was surprising.
I love that,
and I am looking forward to seeing more of that.
I can't wait. Yeah, I cannot wait to see all 5 of them just transform.
Oh yeah.
The little knights, and they're just doing their little dances. So.
And then we get to see the roll call.
Yeah, so during the roll call, like when they like actually do like like the Kishiryu Sentai or whatever like that, and you see like their banners just like unravel, and then like Raven noticed that there's like
that they've left slots for green and black.
Yeah, like the top left corner and the bottom right corner were empty. So they left a slot for just all 5 of them to be on screen when that finally happened.
And I noticed that their catchphrase during that part is like, these 3 swords of justice! So they say like, Sango no Tsurugi! Which means, of course, when green and black show up, it's going to be Gogo no Tsurugi!
Unless the 2 of them technically have a different title because they're off doing something else.
Oh, I'd love if they're just because like their brothers.
They just get treated like the Go-Angers?
Yeah, or like they're like the...
That would be neat.
The Go-Riders.
I feel like they're not different enough to qualify for that. But it'd be neat.
I can't wait for Bomba. He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be.
Bamba.
Black Bomba. I just want to call him Black Bomba from now on.
No.
I feel like he's gonna be my favorite character.
Black Manta.
Sure. I like Black Manta.
And let's just get it out of the way. The Toa, the green dude, straight up looks like he's wearing a Link tunic.
Yeah.
Someone give him a Link hat. Give him a Link hat. Give him a Italian shield. He'll be good. So yeah, and then we get to the ending, and oh my god,
we have an ending dance! Yay!
And it's actually really fucking catchy.
It's better than the opening,
in
my opinion.
Yeah, I actually agree with you.
I really like the ending song.
It's like that they do the thing with their hands.
Was cute.
They do the fucking thriller dance, the walk like an Egyptian dance, whatever you want to call it.
Meteors or something like that during the dance.
Yeah, one of the lines is like, even though meteors are falling, let's Ryusoulger jump or some shit like that.
I guess it's like his meteors killed the.
Yeah.
That's kind of morbid.
It's morbid.
No, but it is, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like that it, like the animation during that scene almost looks like the area from Mario Party 3 where you were choosing a mode. A little bit of Paper Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yep.
Good job.
And that's it. So
next week's episode is apparently Tiramigo's Day Out.
Yep. So overall, I thought it was an okay first episode. I'm liking what I see. So, you know, I'm not too big on the motif for this season just because, you know, I already got Cop Rangers, so
yeah.
I miss them already. I miss my Patos.
So, yeah, I wouldn't say it's perfect. There are some flaws to it. A lot has been not explained, but it's episode 1. We'll get there in due time.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a very fun, like, comedic series, though.
Yeah, after Loop and Pat being serious as all hell. Yeah, they're going back to comedy a little bit here.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Ui is going to get annoying.
Oh, fuck you. Ui's the best character in this show already.
She's pretty cool.
I love her.
I think I have to see a couple more episodes before I can decide what I think of her.
Ko looks like he's going to be the happy, energetic kind of protagonist. I don't know if we can push him as far as to say he's one of the stupid Reds, but he did threaten to kill her with a sledgehammer and play it off as a joke. So I'm not sure where to put him yet. Blaze in our chat says he's diet lucky. You know what? Not inaccurate so far. Melt looks like he's a carbon copy of Yakumo.
Basically.
I really hope they explain his blue hair.
They won't, like I said.
Probably not. Just like how they won't explain Asuna's brute strength.
Yep.
I think they will.
Are they like some sort of subhuman race or something?
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
They're like the ancient subhumans who've lived in the temple.
Ghost Agers or whatever like that.
They were angels! Straight up angels!
But they were angels of like different
tribes.
Yeah, exactly. So they're all from different tribes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They might.
So maybe Asuna's tribe, they're all strong as fuck. Like
Melt's tribe,
they'll have blue hair.
Or different colored hair or something.
It'd be cool if we meet other people of Melt's race.
We're obviously gonna each get their own like individual episodes.
Oh yeah,
about
for sure.
who the fuck they are.
We're all just speculating because we don't know yet.
Exactly.
This one, Melto stepped out of an anime.
That's what I said. Yes.
Well, I mean, it's not the first.
He's 100% the anime protagonist heartthrob.
I mean, it's not the first time Sentai's done a character with colored hair. Look at Time Ranger.
Blaze is like he's blue because of crippling depression.
Ouch.
You know what? Now I want to see if someone can shop it. Just someone take a picture of Sobble from the Sword and Shield and just
put his hair.
Put Melt's hair on.
What if Melt's hair?
I want to see that.
What if
all of them with Melt's hair on?
No, what if Melt's hair color changes based on his emotions?
Oh my god.
Okay, I'd like to see that.
And there's like he represses his emotions. That's why he's all serious.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna say his hair color changes in icy or warm water.
Oh!
Someone put Melt's hair on that picture of Toma. Oh my god.
Oh no! And then turn it all like the color of like fear or anger. I don't know.
Fear is purple, anger is red.
There you go.
Isn't it yellow? Because you yellow bellied.
Yellow is joy.
No.
Anyway.
Yellow is joy. That's right. Inside Out.
Sorry, I had to Inside Out it up.
Happy, joy.
Yeah.
The Changers, I like. I liked them a lot when they first got announced, and then as I saw their functionality, my appreciation kind of dwindled because I'm kind of sad that most of the functionality is in the sword. But seeing them in action in the show, I'm back on board, and I like the Changers, and I'm still getting one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one too. Why the fuck not?
The sword, the Ryusoulger, I
understand, dude.
I don't like it. It's supposed to be
I like the sword, honestly.
It's supposed to be a knight sword, but it leans too far towards the dinosaur savage thing instead of towards a knight sword.
But I like that, like, it's like a red blade, and it has like silver spikes on the edge of the blade, and I don't know, I like
Knight swords are not spiked.
Well, it has to have some kind of dinosaur motif to it, so...
It's got the dino head in it!
If it was a plain-looking sword with a dinosaur head for the hill, it would look boring.
There are so many cool angled swords that correspond to the knight motif. Sword Art Online has lots of great sword designs.
Yeah! There you go! That's fucking perfect.
I like how his ear is still there.
The human ear is still there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's
that
great.
is beautiful. Thank you for making that crazy.
With Sobble as melt.
Thanks, Kagidex.
Yeah.
It's not a bad edit. It's a good edit.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Yes. Yes.
Anyways,
this has been...
Well, I mean, does anyone else have... Well, our feature... In lieu of a feature topic this week, we're just talking more about Ryusoulger, so does anyone else have anything else they want to talk about, or predictions they want to make?
No, I think it's too early for a lot of that at this point.
I know, but it's fun to speculate. Do we potentially think that Geizorg's host body will become Ryusoul Gold, just like in Kishiryu?
Fucking, I hope not.
I think that is a very real possibility.
I am not.
I'm afraid. I don't want it to be, but I think it's not impossible.
I'm not looking forward to
one thing I'm wondering about,
because
they started off the episode with killing off like all the pink, blue, and red master, and we're supposedly not going to see them again. I'm wondering if, like, episodes down the road, if maybe what they might do is like a flashback episode, so you get to know more.
Oh, flashbacks of their training days.
Yeah, so you can get to know more about like how did those become master, like.
Yeah, I don't think they will, but that'd be nice if they did.
We saw the part in the episode where they handed their swords over.
Yeah.
They're doing this.
That was the first shot of the episode.
The ceremony. Yeah. But like, there's no point in them killing them off and then later on just not explaining anything about how did we get to here.
Yeah. I can see them doing that.
Yeah, so if they could have an explanation later on like how they got to what happens in the first episode, then that'd be cool.
Yeah. Like they'll have to explain like who they like are they people that just live in this hidden village? Did they come to the village earlier at some point?
We'll get an origin.
Yeah.
I know we will.
Yeah.
Let's see. The designs of the suits.
I love the suits now. They've really grown on me. Like I said, love the helmets. I love that silver arm, like one silver arm they have. Like it's a nice design.
I wasn't sure what to think of them at first, but now that I'm seeing them, I do like it. Like the fact that the drill on their middle of the suits matches up with the dino head emblem is a nice touch. I still don't know why it's a drill shape, you know what I mean?
For some reason.
But I do like the suits now, and I'm definitely noticing the differences in them that I didn't see before. Because Ryusoul Red and Pinks look almost identical, but if you pay attention to the points on the sides of the helmet, you can see that they're at different positions.
Yeah, I can tell the difference.
Yeah, and then in our chat they're mentioning seeing all the Kishiryu combined, which I am assuming they're going to call Kishiryu 5 Knights.
Yep.
That'll look great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, the Megazord being modular is such a neat idea because there's so much potential for different attacks.
Yeah, I've been seeing pictures of like this mech, just like the toy or whatever like that, and people just messing around with combinations. It's gonna be so fun.
And when you add in more Zords to this mix, it's gonna get crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm excited.
So with the Megazord thing they have, is it like only one person can control it? Meaning like while everyone else is like fighting, one person can like skip off, get in the Megazord.
I'm assuming that next time they use 3 Knights, it'll be all 3 of them in the cockpit.
Because that's gonna be that might be a little cramped though.
They'll probably have a bigger cockpit.
Oh, Blaze makes a good point. I like how the lines on their visors appear to be based on their dino.
Yeah, because they're the teeth of the dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's why when you look at green, you can clearly see the 2 longer fangs.
Yeah.
I mean, not the first time.
Yeah.
Especially not in a dinosaur Sentai.
No. But the idea is they've got like the silver lines through between each teeth to match up to the idea of a knight's guard visor. And now that I'm looking at that and thinking about it more, it actually makes a lot more sense, and I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way that they combined the combination of Knight and Dinosaur in this season is actually pretty freaking amazing.
I did not expect it to work as well as it is, but like I said,
the way the toys transform, the way that stuff flips around, and the theming.
And like I said, I think they've hit the bare minimum of Knight to Dinosaur ratio in terms of the motif application.
Yeah, like the
I would have liked if there was a bit more Knight influence rather than Dinosaur influence, but I'll take what I can get. And there's Toma with Melt's hair.
Yep.
Lane.
I'll probably give it a...
Every Blue Ranger.
I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10 just because I know there's still more to be seen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go higher, and I don't...
Point.
It's like, I don't want to put higher, but I also don't want to put lower because...
Yeah. No, like I said, it's a starting point. This could be great, could be shit. I don't know. We're gonna find out real quick, I guess.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Druidon generals because I love Tank Joe, and Creon is a very neat idea.
All of those frigging silhouettes in the background during that shot.
Yeah. Interesting start. Looking forward to seeing more. And we'll see where it goes.
Oh, yeah.
And so that has been episode 237 of Radio Sentai Castranger. Thank you to Raven and Danny for joining us this week.
No problem.
Hopefully you can be on more often. Do what you can.
Nice to see you again.
I mean, Fridays are kind of not great for us anymore, which is when you usually record. But as we're not doing this on a Friday now, you never know, maybe.
Well, steps are being taken to resolve that.
Yeah.
This is only temporary because of Lane's job situation.
Yeah. I understand.
Jobs are good.
So, as usual, thanks to everyone for listening, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, and just being awesome people.
Yes, we're talking to you. You were awesome.
Yep.
We've been doing this for over 5 years now, and we have no intentions of stopping anytime soon. So, as usual, the source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook page, Twitter account, our Discord server, where you can not only chat with us and other fans, but listen to the show live whenever the hell we record it. And, of course, our Patreon, where you can consider pledging to help us make the show better for you. And now would be a really good time to start subscribing to the Patreon, because recently I have been turbocharged to work on the Castranger game the last week, and I've been putting a couple of extra tidbits of information and even a little sneak preview video of some of the battle system mechanics. Yep. Something I'm really proud that I got working in the game, but I won't say what it is.
He has been working on it. It's looking good.
I know, it looks so good. I'm really excited.
So
I'm way too excited.
Check that out if you want. The Castranger game is going to happen come hell or high water. So until next week, thank you all for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And remember, Ryu's so cool!